I love this rotation from MCOY, because we were talking about the Orin is a little bit tough to play for Fnatic into the Braum, but I think it's still incredibly strong just for providing that team fight.
This is the games that each team respectively won. It was Fnatic getting first blood in both of them, but now we've got the jungler showing up down here in the bottom side. Alvaro trying to get away, but Wind becomes lightning coming out from Elyoya. It's first blood over to Supa with the condemn into the wall on Razork. Elyoya might die, but Supa wants to get one back. He tumbles and he finds the shot, but Upset is about to grab a double kill for himself. Both AD carries now with 2 kills. Oh! Mirwin nearly solo kills Oscar as the Ornn into the Jax. Makes that volcanic rock appear. Jojo makes the entire Weaver's wall. Trundle even makes a pillar. There's a lot
to shove these waves in, and Super approaching later.
Okay, now bottom side, Jojo gets shuffled back by Poby. No flash available on the Taliyah. Remember, that already had to be used last time. Poby gets some good damage onto the MCOY mid laner, but Jojo continues looking to make his exit. Poby with a flash forward. Feat of Warfare claimed by Fnatic. Poby with the solo kill down in the bottom lane as Oscar Renan survives with 200 HP up here on the top side. MCOY's not going to get anything back here just yet. Oscar Renan down very low, and he's executed by the ultimate of Elyoya. The counter-strike he was hoping would be able to keep him alive there, but Xin Zhao ulti with just enough burst damage. Strongest single item power spikes in the game. He has his item fully completed. Razork does not. All of these Trinity Force builders are at pieces of their Trinity, and now Mirwin's got to try to get away as Oscar and Razork want to make the move on the MCOY top laner, but they don't have the damage.
Razork goes to just not quite in range to get that pillar down to stop the charge away from Mirwin, so it means that Razork's not able to get in position. I don't think they want Mickey.
Good sidestep though. Not getting tagged by the Winter's Bite means he doesn't have to use the crash down defensively over the wall to make sure that he stays safe. Shattering Strike does not hit. Alvaro now could be in a little bit of danger for the Glacial Fissure. Right back onto Mickey. He's the target. Elyoya goes in and Jojo Pune secures the kill. Now Razork flashes over the wall trying to stay alive. Upset, stunned back by the Condemn. Supa's on the chase. Elyoya wants to hit him with the Wind becomes lightning, and Supa flashes forward. Upset's out of there, and Supa just goes in on him.
Supa forcing the duel versus Upset, and almost catches him off guard. I think Upset was expecting Supa to chase down. Oh wait, Razork caught as well?
Yeah, Razork steps a little bit too far forward. He seismic shoved back into the unraveled earth, just disrespecting MCOY's control over the area. And Razork is punished. Enemy jungler dead. Here's your blank check for Dragon Money. Nothing to it there for MCOY. As Mickey's back, he's looking around. He's trying to find some. No, Patience isn't taking down quite yet. He's at the very edge of his Patience, Dagda, as Mickey continues to take a little bit more damage. Supa finally arrives. Dragon's finally going to lose some patience there, but ultimately
having Elyoya to back him up as well means he should be fine. But with Rift Herald here,
oh, nice pillar coming out from Razork. Immediately pops the Subjugate as well. Supa is the target, and Fnatic needs a little bit more damage to secure the kill. Mickey wants to go for the Magnet Storm, but Mickey dying gives triumph over to Supa. There's no way for the Trundle damage to get the kill, plus Blade of the Ruined King with a lifesteal.
Dying at unopportune times that are causing these issues. We get Oscar Renan before the Void Grub's dying. Now we're getting the kill onto Mickey just as the Rift Herald spawns, and Oscar Renan might fall afterwards.
Oscar trying to get away from this one. Elyoya and Jojo moving together. Nice placement there on the seismic shove. Counter Strike trying to turn it around a little bit, but there's nothing to turn around in a 2v1 when Taliyah hits her CC. It's another free kill over to MCOY. Razork will at least steal the red buff away, but a red buff traded for a kill, now going to be traded for a tier 1 turret. That's not enough.
And I don't know if Oscar Renan's allergic to his flash button this game, but kind of needs to start using that a little bit more. As Fnatic now on the bottom side.
Fnatic's on the bottom side. They're trying to secure this first turret. They want to try to win the Feats of Warfare with this. However, the Herald was already used on the top side, and the Feats are going to go over to MCOY. Now they're still trying to beat the turret down in enough time to take the fight. Poby summons up the Sun Disc, but Alvaro and Mirwin will gives him enough HP to survive. Supa lives, and those are just the heartbreakers. Everybody who's ever played League has had one of those before, but now MCOY potentially going for an invade. Fnatic maybe with a collapse, but no, it's Jojo riding the wall straight in. It's Oscar dead first. Mickey wants to get away, but the Weaver's wall fades, and Mickey just barely has enough distance to get it out of that one, but it's a 4,500 gold lead for MCOY. They want to make it 5 and take down this tier 1 turret. They've got the wave, they've got the man advantage. Here comes True Shot Barrage. Real nice damage onto 3 with that one, but still the pressure keeps coming in as Razork's got to be careful. Seismic shove again. He's getting juggled around by the Glacial Fissure. One more hit will kill him, but he stays alive with the Subjugate for now. Mirwin! Bull rolls him over with the Horn, and MCOY have 10 kills.
MKOI played that so well around Poby's range. Poby TP'd in and was dying to get that knockback with the Emperor's Divide, but he's not giving it, and now he's pushing forward.
And we got a TP coming in. Mickey wanted to step forward to make something happen, but now he's going to be in some danger. Jojo takes the kill, but Elyoya is going to be very low. Finally a shutdown, finally a kill, back to Fnatic. Upset's taking the credit, and Oscar gets another shutdown, this time on a Jojo. Supa and Alvaro trying to disengage. Fnatic gets something back, and at least 5K, now down to 3.5, but it is still a very large advantage for MCOY, who will collect their second Drake of the game.
This is a bit of a mistake from Fnatic, though. They're not actually going for the turret trade on the top side. They're sending Poby back, and it means that MCOY get the dragon. There's no real trade, and they won't be able to protect this bot side turret either. Fnatic failing on the cross map, failing in the fights, and might just fail.
World is much larger. They're going to be entering into the territory where they're counting on an MCOY mistake. The lead will be too big to simply make a good play of their own and get back into the game.
Well, the problem is at this stage, there's so many threats on MCOY as Mirren finds Mickey.
And Mickey's going to step forward, goes in for the Magnet Storm, but he hasn't found Supa here just yet. Supa going back over the wall as Oscar Minen's going to get stunned up, blown up, shot down. He's out. Fnatic lose their top laner as MCOY make sure they win this team fight. They're the ones in charge. Mirwin's in the enemy jungle, just Ornn 1v9 raid boss status. Looks like the enemy team might have the gear score they need to take him out though, so a flash away defensively. Rest of the team on MCOY going down to the Otacon pit.
Oh, it's phase 2.
Has joined back up. Mickey's got to be careful as he walks away from this one. Razork can't get anywhere near it, and Otacon about 800, 900 gold each, so you can just go ahead and add 1,600, 1,800 extra gold to the already 4.8 thousand gold lead as Mickey tries to escape, and Alvaro and Supa have arrived. That Rel is shot down in the air. Jojo picks up kill 3.
Yeah, at this stage, Mickey just trying to get out onto the map to see if he can do anything to catch MCOY out. But this game is already slipping very heavily in favor.
Most of the time, and it looks like here in game number 3, they're set to do it again. Fnatic moving forward, but Razork is immediately met by Alvaro and Supa. The rest of MCOY not here quite yet, but a nice Horn onto 3. Mickey's gonna die before he can cast a spell. Now Razork's trying to get away, but he's exhausted. Killed by Jojo. The remaining 3 players of Fnatic try to escape, but MCOY's in hot pursuit. Sundisk at least going to buy enough time to stop the MCOY assault, but a nice opening there from MCOY. The Call of the Forge God knocking up 3, the exhaust onto Razork so he couldn't do anything, the unraveled earth right underneath of everybody. There was no way out.
MCOY are just playing this slow. They understand as long as they stay together, they're going to be in a fantastic spot. And if Fnatic can't find these picks, they're just running more and more gold into the hands of Jojo, into the hands of Supa. And now they respond 20 seconds until that next dragon is up. And MCOY cheering loud tonight if MCOY can put that nail into the coffin.
They're on Soul Point now with a 7,500 gold lead. They want a couple of more kills. They'll at least force the flash out of Razork, but the flash isn't enough. They want blood. Elyoya takes the kill. Supa firing some extra bolts towards Oscar Venom with the counter strike.
Could look to TP to try and find that pick, but they're just never going to allow it. Alvaro blocks up, upsets ultimate, and the fight begins.
All right, teleport from Mickey coming around from the side. Oscar in the middle of everybody, but immediately Poby is dead as the fight begins. Supa's under pressure, but he isn't dead yet. The rest of the team peels beautifully. Fnatic knew they had to try something, but it just wasn't enough. MCOY pick up 3 for 3. They're going to take
there, and MCOY keep their AD carry safe, and we'll ride that high towards the base.
10.3k gold. 23 flowers, 2 extra drakes, 2.5 minutes on that last drake, so even if Fnatic managed to have a miraculous defense inside their base, they've still got a lot of tasks ahead of them to have any chance coming back into this game. They are now relying on some sort of mistake from MCOY, some kind of a misplay, some kind of an overdive, because it's just so hard to play from this much of a disadvantage. Razork stepping forward, pops the ulti just to try to survive, but the damage from the Vayne is so much. Razork, one more auto attack from Supa would have killed him, and he barely hobbles away, but now that's Trundle without an ulti, trying to team fight whenever they try to defend.
And it's the towers that are going to fall. This Baron is exactly what you need for this short-range composition to take them down.
Now Poby about to get stunned up there by the concussive blows. Supa's unstoppable. Poby's down. Mickey's about to join him. It's 2 kills already over to MCOY, and Oscar's lost his Counter-Strike. He'll be third to die. MCOY, it might have been a longer series than they would have hoped for. That second game might have been a little rough, but here in game number 3, they're showing they've got what it takes. Nexus turret's under fire. Razork about to die. They'll stun him up and beat him down just to make a statement. MCOY will emerge victorious from the LEC Civil War. They will make their way onto the Nexus. They will add insult to injury, looking to find the last kill here onto Upset. Mickey respawns and charges out. He immediately has to charge right back away into a black and white screen. MCOY, stay alive.